Yesterday had to have the heat full blast, heated seats, felt like winter. Now today it's 75 degrees, feeling like summer, blasting the AC. Gotta love Colorado. But that actually helps me. When we get warm weather like this, it helps my pain in my leg and my nerve damage pain. So I am all for it. I am ready for the summer heat. Not too hot. I don't really like it too hot, but I'm kind of ready, right? I'm ready for warmer weather. I'm ready to be in less pain. Now we can really up the cardio and up all that stuff more, the activity level more, go hiking. So during the winter, the pain level just spikes, and then I'm just like really down. Seasonal depression, I get that. A lot of mental health problems. A lot of my mental health problems are worse during the winter, and then once everything starts getting warmer, brighter, greener, then my like everything gets a little bit better. Especially when I'm able to go to the mountains a lot more. With my new setup, I can't really go to the mountains as much as I used to in the Forerunner, because in the Forerunner, I could just like pull into anywhere because it didn't matter the snow, and then I could just jump in the back and sleep with a sleeping bag or whatever, and like I stayed really good and warm. But then too, I really liked sleeping in the I liked sleeping in the cold during the winter time. It like just helped me sleep way better. But this year I didn't sleep that good because I don't know if it's because I have a heater in my camper. So then it stayed always like 70. Maybe I should have brought it down to like 60 degrees in there. But I don't know. It's just one of those things where I wanted to make sure my Yorkie's comfortable as well. But I'm excited. But with the new setup, I really couldn't get to any places during the winter time. Now that spring and summer's coming around, there's a lot of places I can get to that are more on the easy side. And then when I don't have the camper on, we're going to go to some cool places with just tent camping. And I'm going to bring you guys along for tent camping. And it looks like I might be getting a new pug puppy as well. So I'm excited for that. And it's a girl. And I'm thinking about naming her Evie. And then I'm going to take her camping with me. And we're going to go on adventures together, hikes and stuff like that. So that'll be freaking fun. But maybe I'll even get like a little carrier for her, and then she could come to the gym with me and work out as well. But anyway, so today's shoulder day. So we're gonna go in there and just do basic shoulder workouts that I've been doing. Just lateral raise machines, the rear delt machine, shoulder press machine. I'm really nervous. I don't know. Ever since I started watching, I don't know what happened, but my like TikTok feed started feeding me of people when they were doing shoulder presses really heavy, where it would snap back. And so I haven't really been doing dumbbell shoulder presses anymore, very heavy. I was up to 70 pounds on each arm. But after I started seeing those videos, I don't know if that was like a sign from God or something that was like, you need to stop doing this because this is what's going to happen to you. So I just like totally took it out of the rotation. It just like, after I started seeing that stuff, I was like, I'm taking this out of the rotation for right now. I'm going to wait until the bulk where I'm more meaty and more carved up and more able to handle really heavy weight, where it's less risk of like snapping back, right? So when you're in your dieting down phase like this, especially when we're going aggressive like we are, like today I'll probably be 1,200 calories. Yeah, I don't recommend that, but that's probably what I'm going to go at today. It's very hard to go heavy and not injure yourself. So you have to really tone yourself back and be like, okay, those lifts are coming, right? We're going to be going crazy. We're going to be going heavy. Those lifts are in the future. But right now we got to do the boring stuff, right? Where we just like nice, slowed, controlled, pumping, lightweight, those kind of stuff. But heavy weights will be coming back. And if you're a beginner, just know, hey, you're only at the 25s. Don't feel discouraged. Those 55s and 65s and 75s and 85s, those are coming. So in a couple years, you'll be hitting those, and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. And you'll slowly just keep moving up in weight, and then eventually you'll be knocking out the 100s, and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So it's pretty awesome. But that's what happened with me. So when we started like 2 years, 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, I didn't start out super, super heavy, right? I was maybe throwing around I think it was what, 45s at most on like incline chest and stuff like that. And now I can do the 100s. So just takes time. But the thing about time's gonna pass anyways, right? So that's the thing that sucks about getting started, is it all takes time. But the time's gonna pass either way. So if you start now and you start locking in now and start doing it, all that time's gonna pass, right? And then you're working towards, and then that's gonna equal to progress. But if you wait to start a year ago, year down the road, it's like you just wasted all that time, and then all that time just passed when you could have been working on this. But let's get in there, and I'm starting to feel really tingling everywhere, and it's starting to get itchy. So the beta alanine and the pre-workout's starting to kick in. So let's get in there and get started on these shoulders. Guys, I had to call the lift early. I have a really bad headache. So got most of my workouts done, just not rear delts. My head's just really throbbing. So I'm not gonna do cardio right this moment. I'm gonna go sit in the steam room in the sauna and see, because the reason why I have a headache is that I just have a lot of sinus pressure. And I get a lot of sinus issue come spring, summer, and it's hitting pretty early this year. So I'm gonna go sit and see if the sauna, or not the sauna, but the steam room will help clear out my sinus. And then I'm gonna hit cardio throughout the day. So I'm gonna start using, because at the gym at my mom's apartment complex, they have a Peloton. So I'm gonna start using the Peloton, and then I'm gonna also do just a lot of walking. So when I get the pug puppy though, that's gonna be helping getting my steps in a day, taking her for walks and stuff like that. My dog that I have currently, Diogi, he's just too old to take on a lot of walks. It's really hard on him. And so I'll take him for a little bit of walks, but not very long walks like I'm gonna do with her. And then, as of course you guys know, I lost Spiky like 6 months ago. It's been like 7 months, 6-7 months.
Longer than that, I think.
Yeah, so it's like, it's time, and then I'm gonna try to get her trained to help me with like my PTSD and all that stuff as well. So I'm gonna be looking into that, because you can get dogs trained to help you with PTSD and become like an official service dog. So that's some of the stuff I want to do, and then I think it'll be pretty awesome. But because the boy dog that I was gonna get from that litter passed away, and so now I'm getting a female one because that's all that's left. But I think it'll be nice to have a female pug. I had a female pug a long time ago when I was younger. It was my mom's dog. Her name is Cleo. And female pugs are the sweetest as well. So I think the male dogs are more crazy and more running around and jumping and more athletic. And the female dogs can be that way a little bit. But if you control their weight and stuff and help them be healthier, they're not as crazy as active as the male dogs, but they still can get around pretty good. But the male pug dogs are pretty crazy. That's how Spiky was. Spiky would jump a gate that was this tall when he was younger, and then he'd go hunt my mom's pillow, and she used to get so freaking pissed. But it's gonna be cool to have a female pug, because the male pugs, they calm down more in their senior ages, and then they become really more lovey and just more sweet. The female pugs stay that way. They're always just more sweet and lovey. They're not really barkative towards other people. The male dogs can be more barkative towards people, but Spiky wasn't. Spiky loved everyone. I trained him very well. So I think I'll be able to train the female pug very well as well. But let's see how this pump's looking. My abs seem to be popping more. And I don't know if that's just because I had a little bit more carbs the past couple days. I brought my fats down and up my carbs. So I'm holding on a little bit more water weight, more restored glycogen right now, so the scale is going to be a little bit higher. But with today, I'm not going to go to 1,200 calories, I was joking, don't do that. But I'm going to go lower, so I'm going to go like 1,500 calories and bring those carbs back down. I wanted to bring my carbs up a little bit just to help my lifts and help with recovery, and it did. Today I had more strength. And I think the play is keep your fats pretty low, your carbs moderate, and then your protein high. So I'm just kind of messing with my macros right now, just kind of playing around with stuff. Like I said, this whole thing too on this aggressive cut right now, if I don't sit there and shred out the rest of the 30 pounds, that's okay. It's more of a test run. I'm trying to get a good feel for my body, what works for my body, trying to get a good feel for the macros. I like doing these kind of test runs. So it's like, if I do aggressive cut and it's not successful, that's okay. I'm testing, weighing myself out, practicing, and that's what I really focus people on is just like do that, right? Practice, feel like what works for you, what doesn't, and then that way when you go into those phases, you know exactly, okay, my body likes this, I do really well on this, so when I go for my aggressive cut, I know I need to keep my carbs here, my fats here, my proteins here, my calories here, and then that's gonna make me successful. So, and that's how I've been playing these last 2 years, is I keep testing things, right? So it's like I went super high protein, just lifted freaking heavy as I could, and didn't focus on calories, didn't focus on anything else, and I gained muscle like freaking crazy. So it's like you just gotta test and do things and just figure out what works for you, like, right? We're not in a race. This is more of like a marathon, right? It's a longevity, right? We want to be lifting and we want to be working out for the rest of our lives. So we want to figure out what's working best for us at that time, right? So as you get older, what worked for you in your 20s might be different what works for you in your 30s. So then you go testing, you mess around with it, play with it, be patient with yourself during this process. Don't get frustrated. Just be like, okay, I learned. Now I know this doesn't work too well, so let's try this and this. You know what I mean? So that's all that's about, and it's about falling in love with the process and doing all this stuff. But let's see, this shoulder pump's looking pretty good right now with the extra carbs I added. So I added about, I think it was like 60 grams of extra carbs. So it was like, I was at 100 grams of carbs, and now I'm at 160 grams of carbs. And we're looking pretty good and like a little bit fuller right now. So that's what I recommend. Keep your fats low, keep your carbs moderate, and keep your protein high. That's what I feel like, because then I think that's gonna work pretty well. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for leg day, which it might be an Anytime Fitness lift tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see. Might just go there. Just depends. I think here is just getting too busy. Even if I wanted to knock out my cardio right now, I can't. It's just completely overflown. So that's why I'm going to utilize my mom's apartment gym, hit that Peloton, and do a lot of walking throughout the day. So anyways, I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video for leg day probably.